I'm gonna teach that little bastard not to crack parking meters.
Sheriff!
No.
Is the sheriff overreacting just a little bit by murdering someone over parking meter theft? Let's find out as we watch the 1984 version of Impulse, one of 11 movies that share this title. Our movie begins with an earthquake! Okay, it's not a very big earthquake, and it takes place in a even smaller town. This was filmed in Lincoln, California, which at the time had a little over 4,000 people, but has exploded to 50,000. We meet a ballerina played by Meg Tilly and her surgeon husband played by Tim Matheson when she receives an angry phone call.
Hello? You bitch!
Well, hello to you too, Mom. Jesus. Mom found a bunch of racy photographs of Meg and does not take it well.
No, didn't know. You filthy little smiling slut.
Mom doesn't die, so Meg and Tim go back to Meg's hometown to visit her in the hospital. Immediately, they realize everybody here is a terrible driver.
I did it on purpose.
Will you look at this?
That's my parking place!
God, I think I took her spot.
Look out!
We quickly learn that everybody's going through drastic personality changes, starting with 2 nurses that stop showing up to work.
Oh, we do have nurses in this town. 2 of them. One of them ran off to get married, the other one drinks.
This old dude pees on a car. The social worker from Mrs. Doubtfire steals money from a bank.
Well, I guess that takes care of it. Thank you, Janet. See you next week, same time, same station.
Great, thank you.
And then we meet Margot.
Where's Bill?
Bill who? Bill is my husband of lo these many years. I left him bleeding to death on the living room carpet.
It's as if the censor in people has disappeared, so they're acting on any urge that comes along instead of censoring out the unacceptable.
Come after me, Joe D. Messina, I dare you. Anyways, I will be calling the main character in this movie Meg the whole time, because the main character's actual name is Jennifer, and between Meg Tilly and Jennifer Tilly, my little brain can't comprehend it, so it's easier just to call her Meg. Meg goes over to Margot, sees she's abusing the kids, and tries to save them, but it does not go well. Meg goes over to Margot's house and thinks she's abusing the kids. She tries to rescue them, but it does not go well. Meanwhile, the doctor's not happy that Mom keeps asking for a bedpan and offs a bitch.
What did you say, Margaret?
Christ. cyanotic.
What?
No oxygen. She died of lack of oxygen.
Now we get to the scene where the sheriff shoots the kid for breaking into a parking meter. Well, that one guy who seemed really concerned, he wasn't concerned about the kid. He was mad that the sheriff kept shooting and busted up his store.
I didn't work all my life just to watch some goddamn son of a bitch destroy my store. You asshole! I'm gonna blow your fucking head off!
Now it's time for the boyfriend to find these photos that drove Mom crazy. It turns out that Meg's brother, played by Bill Paxton, has been taking photos of her for years. Hey, it only took me 10 years to figure out how to add blur to videos. Anyways, after some backyard sex that Dad walks in on, by the way, it's Meg's turn to find the photos.
That's what I thought, too. I want you to see something else.
Okay, so fainting because you saw your brother dead with an axe in his head, murdered by your boyfriend? Justified response, Meg. But when you wake up, you gotta get out of here. Okay, so how do we follow up all this death and explosions and gunfire? Well, a 6-minute walk through the woods. Not kidding, this takes 6 minutes. It's supposed to show us a boyfriend discovering that the milk was tainted with toxic waste, but my God, it takes so long. Tim is temporarily sane enough to go find Meg Tilly, help her push her car out of the mud, and let her escape, explaining to her that being a vegan saved her life.
There was some kind of toxic spill. It got into the milk. I forgot how good milk could taste.
Tit to table. Doesn't get any fresher.
Daddy, you know I never drink that stuff.
Well, that stuff put you through college, you know.
You gotta get out of here.
What's the use? Why won't you come with me?
Whatever it is, I've got it, and you don't.
You don't know that, not for certain. Please, Stuart, come with me. You're all I have left.
He forces her to leave him behind, and the movie ends with her walking into the sunset as we learn that the death toll for this movie is 900, as the government crop dusts the entire town with cyanide and kills everybody. The end. He convinces her to leave him behind, and she walks off, the sun at her back, as a ending scroll tells us that the government gassed everybody with cyanide and murdered 900 people. Overall, man, this movie is all over the place. It goes from driving through a puddle to splash people on the side of the road, to murder, to walking through the woods, to mass government assassinations. It's just, who edited this stuff? We're going to look it up together. Who the editor for this movie was, because I am curious. They can tell you there's a crap load of movies called Impulse. You find the one we want, 19. Full cast and crew. edited by Mr. David Holden. Dave, you and me have a problem. Oh shit, he was the editor on a bunch of Steven Seagal movies, The Warriors, Karate Kid 3, whatever, Riders of the Purple Sages. So, as I said during the review, my biggest problem with this movie is that the big reveal of what is causing everybody to go crazy is at the end of a 6-minute. Yes, I looked at the timestamps. I'm not just making up numbers, because 6 would be a really weird number to make up. A 6-minute walk through the woods where Tim Matheson finds out what's causing everything. It's silent, a little bit background music, but yeah, by the end of it, I wasn't paying attention anymore. I'll be honest. Why would I be? So when he's talking to her, I'm not even paying attention anymore. Just compress some of this stuff, Dave. Come on, Dave. What are you doing? Yeah, I liked most of the movie, despite the fact that the pace was really inconsistent. We'd go from murder to just standing around talking to more murder and action and gunfire and people jumping on hoods of cars and explosions to walking in the woods. And yeah, I blame Dave for this one. Dave, this one was your fault. Would have been a better movie without you. The acting was fine. Bill Paxton's fucking terrible in this movie, though. He's terrible. He was young. He just mostly sits there and tries to play a weird hick character. He has like 3 lines and they're all delivered poorly as fuck. We went through the actors: Meg Tilly, Tim Matheson. Hume Cronyn plays the doctor. There's a fun fact on IMDb that the previous movies of Meg Tilly and Hume Cronyn were both with Glenn Close. All 3 have been nominated for, but never won an Oscar. The director for this one, we have Graham Baker. He made the Alien Nation movie and the Christopher Lambert version of Beowulf. The writer is Nicholas Kazan, who did a bunch of, based on real life movies, like the Patty Hearst story and the Don Carlos Dunaway story. He also wrote the terrific movie Fallen with Denzel. Watch that movie if you haven't. It's really good. Thank you for watching. If you ever find yourself in the place of being a movie editor, don't put the big reveal at the end of a 6-minute walk through the woods silently scene. No one will be paying attention. And as always, I shall try to do better next time. Here is your bonus clip of the day. Ha! Tricked you. It's just more footage of him walking through the woods. Thanks, Dave.